must have been cold there in my shadow.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and this is Lynn's Wonderful World of Makeup and More. On this channel, I do unboxings, hauls, get ready with me's, first impressions, try-ons, pretty much anything that has to do with makeup and fun, I like to do on my channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Please go down and hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell. That way you get notified each and every time I upload a video. Also, if you wouldn't mind going over and giving my video a thumbs up, it really helps out my channel and it means a lot to me. As you can see from today's video, it is a special video. It is a video in honor of Makeup with Jessica Vargas and her family. I love Jessica. She is one of the main people that pushed me to start my channel, and she has been there for me and everybody else in our makeup community since day one. I've been busy lately between being sick and packing to move. Somehow I missed this whole thing, so I'm getting in here late. But I am going to attempt to do a video in honor of her oldest son, Phillip. From what I hear that she talks about him, he is very wonderful. She says he has a heart of gold. He likes gaming. He also suffers from depression, which is very important to me because not only do I suffer from it, but so does my husband and several people in my family. Mental illness is a serious thing and not to be taken lightly. People tend to think people that suffer from a mental illness are weak. It's just the opposite. We're actually really strong people, and I assume that Phillip is no different. From what I know about Phillip, other than that he is Jessica's oldest and her ride or die, he has a heart of gold, as she likes to say, and he's into gaming. Therefore, and his favorite colors are red and black. Now, those two colors are way out of my comfort zone, so I don't own a lot of palettes that have those colors in them, but I did go through my palettes and I managed to find some, and I'm going to attempt to create a look that incorporates red and black being his favorite colors and gold because he has such a golden heart. So, without further ado, here is my tribute to Makeup with Jessica Vargas' baby bump and her oldest son, Phillip. Fingers crossed that this turns out well. I have already set my face and primed my eyes, so I am going to go right into the look I am going to create. Now, like I said, those colors are not in my comfort zone. I actually only own one palette that has a red in it. I gave the other ones away, so I'm going to be using my Ace Beauté Scarlet Dusk palette for my red shade, and I'm going to use the color Bahama, and that's what I'm going to put in my crease to start it off. I'm also going to bring it down a little bit just because I want the red to really come out in this look, because like I said, this look is for Phillip and his favorite colors are black and red. So I'm not just putting it in my crease, I am going higher and lower to basically almost fill my whole eye. And we're going to see where it goes from there. I think this is a very pretty shade. Maybe I need to rethink not using reds. Phillip, you may be doing me a favor. Taught me something I didn't know. Took me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Like I said, I pretty much want to almost do my whole lid with this red. And I don't think, as long as I've had this palette, I may have only used it one time, but it seems to be very pretty. Maybe I need to use it more often. I have so many palettes that I've only used one time because I get about 3 or 4 a month in my makeup boxes. So, I use the red. I also think that I'm going to take the red and do the underneath of my eye. With this red shade. And that is a very pretty color. Maybe reds aren't as intimidating as I thought they were. Are there any colors out there that you guys tend to stay away from? Reds and blues seem to scare the bejesus out of me for some reason. I'm terrified to work with one. So thanks, Jess. This is the second time you took me out of my comfort zone. The first one was the collab we did with the blues, and now I'm going in with the reds in honor of you and Phillip. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm trying to decide which black I want to use. Do I want to use the Punked that's in my Tarte palette, or do I want to use, you know what, as much as I really don't care to use too many of his products right now, just because that's how I'm feeling about him at the moment, I am going to go in and I'm going to use the Black Hole in my Alien palette. And I'm going to put that in the outside of my eye. Just to bring some darkness and depth. Like I said, guys, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. This is not something that I am very comfortable with. And it's looking kind of scary if you really want to know the truth. But maybe that's just me. Being nervous about playing with colors that I am so not used to. And black is not a color that I ever put on my eye. And not unless it's just in my eyeliner. I'm also going to bring that black down underneath. And smoke out that red just a little bit. And I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and blend that back and forth. Try to smooth it out some without making it look like somebody punched me in my eye, which is a little difficult. I do think that I'm going to have to go back in to my Scarlet palette just to blend it a little easier. real sure, like I said, how this is going to turn out. I might look like a scary clown when I'm done with, when it's all said and done. But hey, as far as I'm concerned, this is all in fun. This is for Phillip. So, however it comes out, I hope he knows that he is very much loved by all of us out here. Okay, so now that I've gotten that, I'm going to go into my gold, and I have so many. Now I do have a whole ton of golds to choose from, but I think the gold that I want to use is my Maui Wowie in my Kush Queen palette. I'm not sure whether to go with that or the Gilded in my Milani palette. I'm going to try the Maui Wowie first. I am going to do that with my finger and just tap that in the center in between the red and the black, and that is coming out gorgeous. For those of you that have not tried any Peachy Queen palettes, this is the only one that I have had the pleasure of having in my collection, but I can tell you guys I absolutely love every color that I have used in there. And so I'm thinking that this is the look that I am going to stick with. Excuse me guys, I am wiping off my fingers on my makeup eraser towel. I am going to go just one more time and make sure that red is nice and vibrant the way that I want it to be. And I also am going to pull it under where I did it underneath my eye to meet the black. And now comes the other part that I'm torn about. I'm torn about whether I want to use the gold in my waterline, which I think I'm going to try that. This is my NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil. And I have only used this one time before, but I do really, really like it because it tends to make my eyes open up some. Like I said, these are not colors that I am used to using a lot. As a matter of fact, I have never used that black shade in my life. I'm going to coat my eyes with my London Butter Power Up mascara. Just to put a nice coat down. And then once that goes in, I'm going to go over it with my Dulce Punk Volumizing Mascara. And that usually real big when making my eyes stand out, my eyelashes stand out like that. But for this look, I do think it is necessary, and I have no idea what I just dropped, guys. I had to unpack a whole lot of stuff and dig through boxes to attempt to find what I could to do this video on very, very short notice. Like I said, when they discussed it, it must have been one of the ones that I missed, because between being sick and packing, I was out of the loop for a second. But I have so much love and respect and admiration for Jessica and her beautiful family that I was determined that I was going to get this look out for Phillip and Jessica. So I hope both of you really like the look that I came up with. Now usually, as we all know, I would go in with my cover effects, and that's what I would put in my inner corner. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with my Milani Gilded Jade palette, and I am going to take the color Gilded, which is a gold, and I am going to put that in my inner corner to make it pop out. Boy, Jessica and Phillip, you two are really taking me out of my comfort zone today. And I'm also going to put a little bit of that right underneath of my brow bone. Going to take one of my clean, fluffy brushes and just blend that back and forth to give it a smooth finish. I am also going to use my Morphe highlighter in the shade Gold. Spark. I'm sorry. I apologize. Spark, which is a pretty gold shade. I love this shade. This is absolutely one of my favorite highlighters. I'd say it's gold with maybe like a pinky undertone. But I think it's going to go really well with this look to go along with the gold theme that I got going on. I don't know how well you all can see the completed look that I did with my eyes. Another thing that I don't really have is red blush. It's just not my thing. But I do have this Ciate London Marble blush that we got back in our boxies, and it would also be the only red that I have in my collection. Everything else I have is Pinky's peachy neutrally colors, because that's what I tend to stick to. And for my lipstick, I will thank you, Phillip. You gave me an opportunity to use this a while back. I got this Ciate London Glitter Flip lipstick in the shade Iconic, and I have been scared to death to put it on. And you guys are gonna see why in a minute. Maybe back in my high school days, when I thought I was a little golf chick, yeah, I might have felt different about it, but I think that for this look, it actually works out. I am going to let it dry down and put my Appeal holographic lip gloss over top of it, just because you guys know it wouldn't be me if I didn't put my own spin on it. I am a lip gloss fanatic. And with the glitter flip, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it actually changes as the light hits it. I'm going to attempt to clean this up just a slight bit where I got carried away. With the black. And so everybody, what in the world? I could have sworn that, oh, here it is, that I brought my powder out here, and I did. I just couldn't remember where I stuck it to try to fix my chin up a bit. So, everybody, tell me what you think. Like I said, this is a little out of my comfort zone, but I'm happy that I decided to do it. Once again, this is to honor Phillip, who is Makeup with Jessica Vargas's oldest son. This is gonna be, I believe this is gonna be a 14-week challenge. Once a week we're gonna do it for each member of her family. And this week we started with Phillip. So Phillip, I hope you enjoyed this. This one is for you, Jessica. I love you. Once again, thank you for taking me out of my comfort zone. Until next time, love and hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.